reflection, thinking about what you mentioned. You were supposed to be the one to take every last pain away. Nothing on our loving, maybe time told us that we would.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys could tell by the title, it's fall season. It's fall season. I'm gonna do a fall season inspired tutorial. I think there's like a few in my channel, but they're pretty much all the same. But fall season is my favorite time of the year. It's time to bring this baby out again. Even though I wear warm tones pretty much all year long, but not like red tones, more like orangey tones. I do wear like usually every time of the year, but fall season is all about the dark lips and the red tones, which is just the Anastasia Modern Renaissance, which if you don't have this palette in your collection, I totally recommend to get this palette ASAP, because this is like the best palette they've come from. Their palettes have been kind of like weird lately. Like the only palette that looks like for me to buy, it's the Norvina one and the Christmas one. I think it is the Prism palette. I think it was last year's Christmas edition. So yeah, if you guys want to see this fall tutorial, then just keep on watching. So we're going to be starting off with foundation first. I'm using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I will leave the shade ranges down below. I'm just going to be applying a darker shade first, and I just apply the lighter shade like in between that darker shade, just to get my even match to my skin, just because this foundation doesn't have like a good foundation for my natural skin tone, so I do have to mix both. And I'm using a Jaclyn foundation brush from her Face Master Collection, which I love dearly, and I will never put this brush down. This is the moment that I realized that I shut my camera off and I forgot to turn it back on, and here I am applying powder instead of concealer. I'm so sorry, I did forget to turn on my camera, but I guess we'll just continue with the video if you guys don't mind. Well, for my powder, this is a powder foundation. This is by ABH Cosmetics. This is my matte pressed powder in the shade 235. I'm going to be using this on my face because I did apply Airspun all over my powder, and I do want to add color back into my skin. And this powder does have a lot of color and a lot of pigment, so it's going to add that natural skin tone back to my face. And then after that, I'm going to be contouring my face. I'm using this Circa Beauty Bronzer. I will leave the shade name down below because it does have a weird name. So I'm just going to be adding the definition. The foundation does take away, because adding foundation to your face does flatten your face. So going back in with contouring and obviously blush and everything will add those features back, and your face will definitely look a little bit more flattering. This LA Girl Pro Press powder. This is like a matte face powder. I'm using the shade Warm Caramel just to warm up my face, just because that Circa Beauty bronzer wasn't as warm as my liking, but I do love it to contour. But I do go in using a powder just to bronze my skin and add a little bit of more warmth. I'm getting myself into blush a little bit more, and I know I don't like this Jaclyn brush, but I did wash it and it did open a little bit more. And I'm trying to like it, but it's kind of growing on me. Obviously, I do have to get used to it because I do tend to use bigger brushes because I do have a bigger face. Then I'm going to be using my Maybelline loose powder in the shade Medium Light. And that's going to be highlighting the high points of my face. Be careful with this powder because this powder does have color, so it will leave a color behind. It's not translucent. Then I'm going to be going into my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be grabbing the shade Burnt Orange and a big fluffy brush. I'm going to be using this as my transition shade. This has to be blended out as perfection because this is going to act as your transition shade, so you do not want harsh lines. Then going back into the same palette and grabbing the shade Red Ochre. I'm going to be applying this to my outer V of the eye and then slowly blending it into my crease area. Not bringing it up so high because it can give you like a pink eye effect. So you just want to blend it out as slow as possible and don't bring it up so high. And then using that same transition brush, I'm going to be just blending out the edges. Then going into the shade Cypress Umber, it's just a like cool tone brown. It doesn't really have a warmth, it's more like a cool tone. I'm just going to give a little bit of depth to the outer V of my eye, just because I don't have a pronounced crease. So this is going to help my eye and give me that depth in the crease. And again, just blending out the edges as much as you can. You do want it to be a very smoked out look. Then grabbing a little bit of concealer, I'm just going to be cutting my inner part of my crease, just the inner part of my eye, just to give me like a little cut crease moment, will you say, because we all love a little cut crease moment. And then I'm going to be adding the same shade Cypress Umber to like the outer part of my eye and apply like a liner, kind of like a cat eye effect, and just blend it into that concealer. And then I'm going to be using this Laura Lee Super Shock Shadow by Colourpop. I think it's in the shade Ritz. If it's not, I will put the real name down below. And I'm just going to be putting this all over where I applied the concealer, because this shade is freaking amazing and so beautiful. And then I'm going to be going back and applying that red ochre shade again as a liner and connecting it to my crease area. And I'm going to be applying a little bit of that Cypress Umber just to deepen out the outer V of the eye, just because I do want that depth there. And applying that red ochre shade did like erase it a little bit. Then going into the shade Tempera, I'm going to be using this to highlight my brow bone, just to give you that lift of the eye effect. And I'm just going to be adding a little bit, a thin line of liquid liner, just so my falsies can have a base to sit on, because I hate seeing that gap of skin and lashes when you do wear false lashes. So I totally recommend, never mind, I think I'm going to do a little wing. Sorry guys. Then I'm going to be going back into the shade Cypress Umber and grabbing a small definer brush, and I'm just going to be stamping this as close as possible to the lower lash line, not on my waterline, because I don't want this shadow in there. I'm just going to be applying it concentrated in my lower lash line, and then grabbing the shade Red Ochre with a small fluffy brush. All these brushes are from the Eye Master collection by Jaclyn Hill, if you guys are asking. I'm just going to be smoking that lower lash line out, and I'm going to be dragging it lower than I usually do, just because I do want this blown out smoky effect on my eyes. Then going in with the shade Vermeer, I think it is. I'm just going to be using this shade to highlight the inner tear duct of my eye, just to bring light back to my eye. And I'm going to this Jaclyn Dark Magic palette, and I'm just going to be grabbing a black shade in there and grabbing that small definer brush again and just placing this on my waterline. I love this black. This black is freaking black, and I love it for my waterline. I did apply my lashes off camera just because it's kind of repetitive, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to apply lashes these days. Now I'm just going to be adding a little bit of rose water by Badescu just to melt all the powders into my skin, because my fat ass does use a lot of powders. And then just using my damp beauty sponge, just pressing all that in there, just because I don't want like little dry patches of spray on my face. Then going in with this Wet n Wild loose highlighter in the shade Written in Stars. I'm just going to be applying this on my cheekbone area just to highlight my fat face, because we all love a highlighter. I love using highlighters during the fall and winter because it gives you the glow without the freaking sun damage, and I hate being hot, so I rather be cold and have a popping highlight. So I'm just going to be bringing it lower than I usually do, and to make it look more like a skin glow, I do press it in with a wet beauty sponge, and as you guys could tell, it does make it look more natural and not so much texture. And to give it a little pop, I'm going to be using the shade Beverly from my That Glow Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm just placing it to the high points of my cheekbones just to give me that pop when I turn, and for people to be like, ooh, she got a highlight. What highlight is that? Oh my god, I love this highlight. Then I'm going to be doing my lips. I'm using this lip liner pencil by Colourpop X iluvsarahii in the shade Mamacita. So I'm just going to be placing this all over my lips. I'm going to be defining my lip first and my upper lip. Obviously, you guys do know I do overline my top lip to match my bottom lip, because my bottom lip is bigger than my top lip. So I do match it. and I will fill in on my lip with that lip pencil, and then I will be applying the liquid lipstick that does go with that lip liner. It's called Mamacita as well, and I'm just going to be placing this all over my lips. The lip liner is a little bit more redder in my opinion, and the liquid lipstick is a little bit more purple. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy watching this tutorial. Oh my god, I already have butthole lips. This is the only reason why I don't like wearing like flat matte lipsticks, because to give you butthole lips and it's not pretty. Not pretty. But anyways, if you guys like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and leave me comments down below on what video I'll see next. Other products used and mentioned during this video will be down in my description box, as well as on my social media, so you guys can follow me there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.